All right. It's a great day to be involved with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, my friends. A lot of notable things happening in this space. We're going to go through them. Of course, most notably, Bakkt doing a test launch this Monday, finally. And this is really what I think is one of many things that are going to contribute to Bitcoin's price being at $100,000. Not today, not tomorrow, obviously, but in the long term, I think this is incredibly bullish, and that's what we're talking about today. So, welcome back, everybody, to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe for our daily videos, me and my brother, on everything going on with Bitcoin, crypto, the whole market. This channel is for crypto investors and enthusiasts like me. And let's jump right into it. So Bakkt, if you've been living under a rock for the past couple of years, Bakkt is by the same people who brought you the New York Stock Exchange. Actually, it's their parent company, the Intercontinental Exchange. They're responsible for the New York Stock Exchange, as well as 12 plus other exchanges across the globe. And this is what's going to allow institutional money to enter the space. Of course, we've been hearing that for a while, right? That institutional money is going to come into the space. Well, if you think about it, that's actually what we've been seeing. We've been seeing these on-ramps being created over the past year and a half. And this stuff really isn't talked about on the mainstream media. But if you think about it, and if you've been subscribed to us for a while, you remember we told you about Ledger X. They're physically backed. Eris X, they're physically backed. And now we have Bakkt. And to put it into perspective, during this last bubble, 2017, there were no institutional on-ramps. I mean, there were only retail on-ramps for everyday people like you and me. And if you remember, retail exchanges, they were turning people away just because they didn't have the infrastructure to be able to handle all these new customers during the height of this bubble. So what we've been seeing in this bear market and now new bull market is things like this, Bakkt getting ready to open up its doors. So they're test launching on Monday, which is a big deal. But still, you probably wonder, because we're kind of perpetual bulls here, long term, we are very bullish on this channel, but you probably wonder, what do other people think? What do the experts think? Other institutional players? Well, I want to reference you this article, or this Sam Doctor, he's part of Fundstrat. So if you don't know, earlier this week, the team at Fundstrat Global Advisors, they're a New York-based markets analyst firm with roots in the cryptocurrency space. You've probably heard of Fundstrat before. They attended the Bakkt Institutional Digital Asset Summit that was hosted by the New York Stock Exchange. So you missed it, but the New York Stock Exchange, they put up an event regarding Bakkt, and they invited the who's who in the space to come and attend and learn what they're doing. So according to this guy, Sam Fundstrat, he answers the question, what are other people thinking Bakkt will do to this space? Well, he says, after this conference, he realized, and he tweeted about this in this post right here, he says, institutions and other entities in attendance were not only bullish on Bakkt, but the broader Bitcoin and cryptocurrency markets too. He says that per his firsthand experience at the event, which saw representatives from over 150 investors and institutions attend, there is a, quote, institutional anticipation for Bakkt's Bitcoin futures, slated to be the first U.S. regulated vehicle of its sort that is physically delivered. He says there appears to be a critical mass of adopters ready to come on board day one of the Bakkt launch, noting that the firm's sales team is starting to ramp up discussions with everybody from brokers to market makers. So there is a buzz. The sales team is getting started. The test launch is happening. All good things. And actually, I want to jump to pivot a little bit, talking about Bakkt Pay, because another Bakkt news story. Bakkt brings on Google Payments expert as it builds its consumer app for spending cryptocurrency. So again, this is something that kind of flies under the radar, but I'm happy to be reporting it to you right now. Chris Peterson, formerly a payments product strategist, joined the cryptocurrency venture Bakkt earlier this month as the firm works on rolling out a mobile application for a digital asset wallet dubbed Bakkt Pay, according to a person familiar with the situation. So Peterson at Google was involved in Google Wallet solution design. So Bakkt, that's the story. Bakkt is bringing on this guy to develop some sort of thing like Apple Pay or Google Pay. And we already know that Bakkt is working with Microsoft and Starbucks to kind of do just that, allow you to pay with cryptocurrencies. So it's just interesting. It's just interesting, all this stuff going on behind the scenes. But I guess to put it all in perspective, Bakkt begins testing on Monday. It's settled in Bitcoin. Hard actual Bitcoin is being paid out, not fiat equivalent to the price of Bitcoin, but actual Bitcoin. And basically this means better price discovery and liquidity for Bitcoin. That's what we see after each cycle. Bitcoin gets more and more liquid. Does this mean the price is going to shoot up overnight? No, obviously it doesn't mean that. I've said this before. I think the price, or I think the effect that Bakkt will have on the price of Bitcoin in the market, I think it is overstated in the short term, but I think the effect Bakkt will have on the market is understated in the long term. This is incredibly bullish for Bitcoin in the long term. Now, I think in the medium term, this is one of the many contributing factors that will contribute to what Anthony Pompliano referred to as the perfect storm that will allow Bitcoin to reach $100,000 by 2021. That's what I think, because you got to remember, Bakkt is going to allow you to put Bitcoin in your 401k, your pension plan, all this institutional investment kind of stuff in general. Anyways, you get it. Next up, this is coming right off of MiamiDolphins.com. Pretty interesting. Litecoin named the official cryptocurrency of the Miami Dolphins. So I'm going to give you both sides to this story. And I want to hear what you think. So through the partnership, the Miami Dolphins, Litecoin, and Alliant Payments intend to give home game attendees the ability to pay with Litecoin and Bitcoin when purchasing tickets for the team's 50-50 raffle, where half of the preceding benefits will go to the charitable foundation and half go to the person who wins. 50-50 raffle tickets can be purchased both online and at 14 kiosks and raffle seller locations through Hard Rock Stadium. So what do you think this means for Litecoin and cryptocurrency in general? I think seeing this headline on the Miami Dolphins website, I mean, that's the coolest part, because now I want to head over to this article right here. This is it's just somebody's opinion. Litecoin partnering with Miami Dolphins isn't that big of a deal, and according to him, this is why. This new partnership does not mean any of the Miami Dolphins team or staff will be paid in Litecoin, nor is anybody asking for it. It also doesn't mean people can buy game tickets with Litecoin, as that is not even on the ability at this time. Instead, there will be only one particular use case for Litecoin enthusiasts who visit the Hard Rock Stadium. They will be able to purchase tickets for the 50-50 raffle with either Litecoin or Bitcoin. This seems to indicate there's a genuine chance that Litecoin won't even be used that much as it goes up against the world's leading cryptocurrency. I guess it means Bitcoin. It is expected that these tickets will also go on sale online and support both payment methods. So very limited exposure. While the label official cryptocurrency of an NFL team, it's quite interesting to achieve. Yes, I agree. It seems unlikely that anyone who isn't a fan of the team will take much notice of this particular development. From a Litecoin community point of view, this partnership with the Miami Dolphins can be seen as a massive validation of the entire project. I mean, yes, I think that is the best part of this. At the same time, the actual purpose of this deal remains rather limited and may not have any notable impact on Litecoin or the cryptocurrency industry as a whole. If the number of payments doesn't meet the expectations, this partnership can be dissolved in a very quick succession without recourse. So, yeah, I don't imagine, other than for the novelty, many people will be doing this. It would have been more interesting to hear that players are accepting Bitcoin or Litecoin, or they're paying people in Bitcoin or Litecoin or something like that. But what do you think? What do you think? Is this a bullish sign for Litecoin? Let me know in the comments. Next up, Fidelity's crypto arm has officially applied to operate in New York as a trust. So we talked about Bakkt. The other day we mentioned ErisX and LedgerX. Let's quickly touch on Fidelity. I'll just give you the bullet points. So Fidelity, who's been mining Bitcoin since I think 2014, Fidelity's digital asset arm which was launched in October and offers crypto custody to institutional clients. Well, a New York trust license, which they applied for, would allow it to serve New York traders in all realms of business. Next up, another golden ticket has been given to the Justin Sun Tron Warren Buffett lunch in San Francisco this week. As you know, my brother and I, Altcoin Daily, we have been invited to this event as well. But as far as people actually sitting in eye to eye on the lunch with Warren Buffett, this guy has also been invited. Yanni Asia, the founder and CEO of eToro. Interesting, I wouldn't have thought the eToro founder. I mean, eToro has been getting into cryptocurrency this past year and a half, and this is really great because eToro is a big company. But it's interesting to see that he was invited as well. So the people going so far are the Litecoin founder, Charlie Lee. We have Yanni going. We have the Circle CEO going. I know somebody from Binance was invited to go. So this will be interesting. I look forward to reporting on this. Other than that, guys, feel free to like the video if you got value. Subscribe to the channel if you want to be a part of daily videos like this. And yeah, I truly think it's going to be a good year. A lot of people kind of are thinking now, 2019, it's still going to be a time where we're just kind of chopping around. A lot of people are preparing for that slow, steady increase really starting in 2020. I mean, if we zoom out to the week chart, basically what we're looking at is this. Of course, anything can happen. But 2019 bull market kind of starts off getting a little bit higher, chopping around. 2020 is when we kind of start to see greater increase, a strong bull market, and then 2021 is really what a lot of people are looking for that perfect storm to happen to take us to $100,000. And I'm not selling any Bitcoin until we get to at least $95,000. That's me. You guys do what you want. Anyway, guys, great video today. I'll see you tomorrow.